December 2023, Saturday here. Another video, speaking about tying back into like current events, politics, journalism, censorship, all of the above. What we've seen, I think, recently with like when we can see Anchorage Daily News, Washington Post, there's a lot of liberal newspapers that have gone the route of trying to basically, have a subscription type model, and no longer can their press be read. Like, I don't think anyone, I think the majority of people no longer tune into the Anchorage Daily News. It's Alaska Beacon or the stuff that's free online in terms of where they're getting their information. It might be a minority of people, I don't know, but clearly, there's problems with the business model in terms of, the idea, the news should be free and news should be available, and obviously they've been hyper partisan for a long time in terms of those type of publications, but more broadly, just period journalism. I mean, if you're not, they lost the battle in the market if they're not doing share for free. You know what I mean? Because they don't have the market penetration, they're not reaching enough people. If you're putting something like Anchorage Daily News and you've got an article about something, well, we're going to Alaska News Source, we're going to Alaska Beacon, we're going to the other publications if we're trying to figure out what happened with the Dallas CV snowmobile thing or something like that. Anchorage Daily News is the last on the list and doesn't even get any clicks. It's clearly, that type of approach has failed, and I think obviously, there's ways people can still access that stuff. They quickly click on it and screenshot it, and I think, it's just something to look at, though. When we're just examining how, the press influences the news and the narratives that they construct and everything like that. If you're putting out the content for free, and maybe it's hard to pay the bills, but you're still, if you're putting out the content for free, you're going to be reaching more people, and by reaching the more people, you're going to be getting more views and more trust from your viewership over the trajectory of your business's calendar year. You know what I mean? And no one reads that shit from Washington Post. No one. I don't want to read the garbage from Anchorage Daily News at this point. It's sad that we've seen this come about. I think over the last 5 years they were censoring comments, and now they've got to the point where they'll go out of business eventually, I think.